Hello, my loves. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Hi, Yasmin. We're doing free love message polls from the person on your mind. Just write add in the comments today, and I'll add you to the free list. But you gotta put me in Chanel. If you say love me, then put me in Chanel. Hey, all about Maine, what's up? You know I'm all about that bass, about that bass. No trouble. I'm all about that bass, but that bass, no trouble. Hey, Danny, what's up? All right. But you gotta, put me in Chanel. Put me in Chanel. If you say you love me, then Okay, let me get the list. For ad, who do I see? First person I see for ad is All About Maine. Then I see Janiska? Janice. I'm gonna just call you Janice. I see Yasmin. All right, good stuff. Say you gotta put me in Chanel. All right, you're looking good. Okay, first person that I have is Danny. Okay, Danny, I see you. All right. Farheen says add. Okay, let's get into it. Mm, 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 mm. Let's get into it. But you gotta put me in Chanel. Put me in. If you say you love me, then put me in Chanel. Give me a sec, guys. Danny, get your question ready for me, my love. If you're just coming in right at to get on the free list, this is a love message pull, okay? Do a love message pull for everybody who's on the free list. But you gotta put me in Chanel. Put me in Chanel. If you say you love me, then okay. Okay. All right, Danny. Hey, Firebird. Okay, Firebird. Firebird. Okay. Danny says, so it just got done. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, let's see. Tell me how these songs are going to impact people's lives. I feel nervous. I feel scared. Why are you nervous? Why are you scared, Danny? I feel like trust in your ability when it comes to your music, okay? Like, I feel like I'm not sure. That's how I feel. Ugh. The words are just flowing, no thought at all. I don't know. I don't feel like this feeling is in regards to these songs. It feels like, you know, when you're good at something, but you just don't believe it? Like, you know, when you ever see some like dancers and people like, oh, you're so amazing, and the person would be like, nah. It's like something, I don't know if that's an underlying energy that you're dealing with, like you're second guessing yourself too much. And I mean, it's it's okay. All, especially as creatives, we all go through those moments when you just maybe like, I don't know if it's good enough, or will it really be received? Something along those lines. But I feel like they're trying to tell you that you got it, babe. Because in my head, I heard, you got it, girl, you got it. Okay, tell me how these songs are going to impact people. All of creation is complete. All right. The songs, all the songs that you are ever going to write has already been written. That's what you got to know. All of creation is complete. Every song that you ever going to write is already written. I want you to start looking up Neville Goddard, Danny. I want you to start listening to his messages about imagination and how the mind works. Maybe he's somebody you resonate with. So tell me how the song one, song two, song one, song two, song one, and song two. How are they going to impact people or change people's lives? The Seven of Swords, the Empress, and the Queen of Wands. The Strength, Eight of Coins. Song two definitely could give people strength. It could make people look at themselves and wanting to work on themselves with the Eight of Coins or do better. The King of Swords. Definitely, song two is definitely going to get people thinking. Song one. There's the Seven of Swords. That could be interpreted as like tricksy, trapsy energy. Um, or hidden. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords. How will the Seven of Swords change people? Ten of Wands. Could help them to bring things to an end. Could help them to give up certain ways. The Empress. The Empress is real creativity. It also can impact people with bringing out their creative side or make them more creative. The Queen of Wands is spiciness, hot success. Seven of Swords could even speak to being strategic. The songs are going to be impactful, right? Um, with song one, it definitely looks like it's going to impact people in different ways. Some people more creative, some people more, maybe make them more cautious or strategic. Because Seven of Swords could speak to strategy, but it also could be like caution as well. But Queen of Wands be on here means that there's going to be a lot of success with song one. Um, both songs are going to be very successful because you have the Queen of Wands up top, and then you have the King of Swords down bottom. Song two seemed to be giving people a lot of strength. It could be making people look at themselves more. Could be making them try to change themselves. And King of Swords could be these people are going to be more thoughtful. All right. Anything else in reverse? Tell me anything else. Song one, the Wheel of Fortune. Song two, the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yes, song one can help people change their fortune. So they're down. It could shift them to bring them up into better states of being. Okay. It could even make them walk away from things that's not serving them, relationships, people that's not serving them. Song two also could change people's emotional states because at first the Ten of Cups is in reverse, but I feel like it should be upright, especially as people look at themselves more. All right, so that's what I'm picking up on that, my love. Let me see what you're saying. The words are just flowing. No, yeah. One, I will I ever fall love song. Song two is Babylon Bridge. Oh, so song two is revolutionary, telling people to see what they can fight. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so that's why the eight of I love how energy works, yo. That's why the eight of that's why the eight of Pentacles came out. What? That's amazing. I love that. Hey, walking in divinely favored. You got this, Daddy. Don't second guess yourself. You got this, girl. You got it, girl. You got it. You got it, girl. Hi, Izzy. You got y'all miss me. I see everybody come on tonight. Y'all miss me, huh? Did y'all miss me? Because I've been MIA for these couple days. I said, did y'all miss me or something? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, walking in divinely favored. Um, let me see. All right. If anybody else donate, let me know. Okay, so let me get into these message pulls. For the first person I got on my list is All About Maine. All About Maine, are you here? By the way, if you're not here when I pull, let's go to move on, okay? Hey, Byron. Um, make sure your live isn't delayed. All right. Thank you for the likes. Um, now listen, this is a message pull, so I'm not tapping the energy. Okay. If you want your energy tapped, you can donate. I'm only gonna pull the message. You're gonna have to receive it. Um, however, okay. I'm just gonna pull the message for you. So here we go. What's your person, the person on your mind? Love messages. What do you want you to hear right now? Ooh, I feel excited. So all about Maine. This is what the person on your mind wants you to hear right now. The first card says, "Since I met you, my whole life has changed." That's card number one. Card number two flew out, says, "Wait for me." Ooh, shit. I was tempted just now to read that energy, but like I said, I'm not reading the energy. I'm just pulling the cards. You gotta take it how it resonates. All about Maine. What else this person wants to say to you? All about Maine. This one wanted to come out. I felt it. It says, "I don't need a reason to be happy when I'm with you." All right, so that's your message pull, All About Maine. Your three cards says, "Since I met you, my whole life has changed. I don't need a reason to be happy when I'm with you, and wait for me." Boom. Okay, okay, okay. Get All About Maine. Hey, Noco. Right at if you want to get on the free list to get a message pull from the person on your mind. All right. Next person is Janice. Janice, message pull from the person on your mind. If you donate, let me know. Tell me, for the person on Janice's mind, here's your message. Here's your message. Okay, somebody just said if three card is all they get. Okay, I'm feeling generous. Okay, Alabama, Maine, don't go nowhere. I'm feeling generous. I'm gonna give y'all six cards. See, I'm open. I can hear you and I'm open. So I'm giving you a six card pull. Here we go. So all about Maine. Here's your remainder 3 cards. Here's your remaining 3 cards all about Maine. Janice put the shock face. All about Maine, are you still here? All about Maine. I heard that clearly. All about Maine, are you still here? Is all about Maine still here? No, that's what I think. All right. I'm gonna be back after my donation, okay? All right, so I see 1010. Ooh. Your donation came in at 1010, divinely favored. Wow. Okay. Tell me what's going on with you after that. After that after that conversation. Yeah, I'm gonna give you 6 card pulls since y'all want it like that. Um, tell me how you felt after what was conveyed to you. How do you feel? How do you feel after what was conveyed? How do you feel? The Hierophant. Okay, that's him. The Taurus, long-term commitment, the King of Wands. How do you feel? The Four of Swords. Whatever you said kind of brought him some peace, or it made him take some time to reflect on some stuff. It's like maybe he needs to take a break from something to kind of gain some more peace. How do you feel? The Six of Cups. He thought about the past. Um, was he married in the past or was close to marriage? There's some lingering energy from the past as it relates to long-term commitments. Six of Wands. He may have been emotional in the moment, but it put him in whatever you said to him kind of put him in his power. Or maybe it's going to put him in his power because sometimes we have conversations with people and a pouring out happens or pouring in happens for us. And in the moment, we may not receive it as well, but as we move forward, it starts to click and it makes our days better, makes our thoughts better, and our well being and our state of mind better. So it's some sort of leveling up that's happening as it relates to whatever you said. These are some good fucking cards. Do you hear me? We have the Hierophant, okay, to the King of Coins, the Four of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Girl, this man is so impressed by you. I just heard in my head, I think I want to marry you. Maybe that's how he felt. Maybe as you pour into him, he felt like, yo, I cannot lose you. Like, I cannot let you be off my path. Like, I need you long term. Tell me more. How you felt about the conversation. Ace of Cups, the star. Fuck. Yo. He's gonna gift you something. Look out for him to give you a gift. I don't know, like I keep seeing like a spa in my head with a coconut tree. Why would that? Maybe he wants to take you to the Caribbean or on a trip, or definitely the Ace of Cups. Okay, let's say I've never read for you in this situation before. I would tell you, listen to me, divinely favored. Let's say I've never read for you before, and it's the first time I'm seeing these cards. You're somebody new. I would tell you this man is in love with you, and this man want to marry you. That's what I would tell you if I have never read for you before. You got the Ace of Cups to the Hierophant to the Six of Cups. You and this man have a soulmate connection. There's no doubt about it. Six of Wands, something you said put this man back in his power. To the King of Pentacles, yeah, something you said put him back into his power, yo. Tell me what type of thoughts you're having. Tell me type of thoughts you're having about divinely favored, something better. I'm going to contact you. You are a queen, I told you. Unexpected call. Let's make this work. And karmic. The karmic here is a lesson. This person is learning a lesson from you. Okay? Um, this person feels like they need to make themselves right to make this work with you. The unexpected call is listen out for some sort of confession from this person, some sort of realization they're gonna verbalize to you. Okay, something better is coming, meaning that they want to better themselves. All right, this person has mad respect for you. That's your first question. Tell me your second one. His past relationship. Okay, I gave him a word from God and I went deep into past trauma and things he need to let go. Yes. Ooh, this live is clear. Good God, it's some clear live. Ooh, this live look good. This live is clear, baby. It's clear. I need some oil on my hands. What do I need oil on my hands? Because I just do, okay? Just like a song across my sky. Just like oil on my hands. Honored to love you. Still, I wonder what it is. Mm. Well, I guess his next steps with what he heard. What are you going to do next after what you heard? What are you going to do next as it relates to this connection after what you heard? What are you going to do next? The page of coins in reverse. He going to speed something up, babe. The page of coins, the knight of coins, sorry. The knight of coins upright is when something has been taking a long time, okay? But in reverse, it's like, I want to make this quick now. And you know he's a slow poke. Ace of Wands, honey, he's going to offer you some sort of new beginning. The High Priestess, he's keeping it as a secret. What is a secret? The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. What about the Three of Cups? The Three of Pentacles. And the Moon. What about it? And, ooh, girl, I was just, because I wasn't, okay, the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups could speak to third parties. And the High Priestess speak to hiding stuff. And then the Moon is another card that speaks to hiding something. So I was like, okay, is this a trend where you're going to say you want to start a new beginning, but you're going to keep these third parties lingering? But then the Nine of Pentacles came out, which speaks to being single. It's like he's making up his mind to cut all these other people off, like to be done with them. I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, then I'm right. Don't need to look no further. This ain't lust. I know this is love. Okay. Hopefully, I want to say hopefully he cuts everybody off one time, but it might be a slow process knowing who he is. But the Knight of Coins is here, which is in reverse, which speaks of speeding up things. So he may shock us. Tell me what you gonna do next. The King of Coins, Two of Cups. Girl, this man ready to step up. He ready to step the fuck up. He ready to step up. Do you hear me? He ready to step up. What you gonna do next? Tell me what you gonna do next. What you gonna do next? Playing games. What you gonna do next? What you gonna do next? Choose a new direction. Ooh, that should come out to playing games. Yeah, because he won't be done with that. What you want to do next? This love will work. I told you you want to be done with that. What you want to do next? You are my star. You bring about so much healing for this man. He would be a foolish union. He would be foolish to let you go. What you want to do next? What you gonna do next? Your voice brings me joy. So a conversation is gonna be had next. That's the next big action that I'm seeing him taking. And at the bottom it said something better is coming. You're gonna tell me about this conversation. You're gonna realize the growth. He's about to go through some accelerated growth. He's about to go through some sort of accelerated growth. Okay? So that's what I have for that. Ooh. Well, God is about to shake him, and I told him, well, child, shake him in the right direction. Okay. You know I'm all about that bass, but that no trouble. Hey, all about that bass, but that no trouble. Tell me more. Why am I saying tell me more? Okay, next person on my free list is Janice. Janice, are you here? Make sure your live is up to date. That means double tap your screen on the right hand side. So the live, that red bar, it's at the bottom, is completely to the right. Or use your whatever and just pull. Hey Stephanie, how are you? You know me? I just heard you know me. Maybe from another lifetime. I don't know. Stephanie. Okay, so here's your message pull from the person on your mind, Janice. Here we go, honey. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What do you want Janice to know? What do you want Janice to know? What do you want? Somebody's name could start with C. I'm hearing a couple names in my head. I'm hearing Charles. CY. CYR. For Janice, what you want Janice to hear right now? It says, your soul is calling me. What do you want Janice to hear right now? Before you, I never thought about settling down. What do you want Janice to hear right now? What do you want Janice to hear right now? I played mind games because I'm insecure. What do you want Janice to hear right now? I have romantic feelings for you. What do you want Janice to hear right now? We are too different. I don't believe this will work. And one more. Some of y'all look like y'all want me to pull the whole fucking deck. It look, I went from 3 to 6, and some of y'all still ain't satisfied. Y'all, the tip jar is open, okay? Because y'all be coming here enjoying my energy. When I'm doing my free, y'all flock. When I'm doing my donations, I don't see nobody. Y'all even come and say hi. You can come and say hi and go on. You feel me? What's your last message to Janice? The last message says, I want to talk, but I want to talk, but I don't want to make the first move. Please call me. So these are your baby mama drama. What's that gonna do to anything? Anywho, these are your messages from the person in your mind, Janice. We are too different. I don't believe this will work. Before you, I never thought about settling down. Your soul is calling me. And let me know if it resonates. Let me know in the chat. Okay. Your soul is calling me. I want to talk, but I don't want to make the first move. Please call me. I have romantic feelings for you. I played mind games because I'm insecure. That's your message pull. All right, interesting. Okay, so that's what it is. That's what you need to hear from the person on your mind. Okay, next person is Yasmin. Now, listen, it's just a message pull. I'm not tapping into the energy. So, you know the state of the connection with this person. All right. You're going to have to take the messages how they resonate. I know y'all want me to tap, donate that, but you got to donate. Let me know when you donated, okay? Let me know when you donated. Next person is Yasmin. Yasmin, are you here? This is just a message pull. I am not tapping the energy around this. I'm just pulling the messages. You're going to have to take it how it resonates. Okay, Yasmin, messages from the person on your mind. Here we go. Here we go. Messages from the person on your mind. Tell me. Messages from the person on your mind. Tell me for the person on your mind for Yasmin. Um, it says, I have trust issues. I'm afraid of being hurt. Messages from the person on your mind. You are just as toxic as me. My God. Messages from the person on Yasmin's mind. Until you do me right, I don't want to talk to you. I don't even want to hear you speak my name. Okay, Yasmin, what's going on? There's a lot of strong energy. Messages from the person on Yasmin's mind. Um, I touch myself when I think about you. Okay. They mad at you, they still will. Anyway, I'm not tapping. I'm not tapping. Messages from the person on your mind. I fucked up. Please forgive me. Messages from the person on your mind. Let go of the past. Your divine partner is someone new. This is like this is actually an advice card in this deck because I have a couple advice cards in this deck. The advice says, "Let go of the past. Your divine partner is someone new." Um, isn't this fucking interesting, guys? When I be tapping for people here who have a soulmate connection with their person, do you guys ever see this card come out? Like, this a big deck, right? This card rarely ever comes out. Like, rarely ever. The card says, let go of the past. Your divine partner is someone new. And a lot of the people who I tap for, the person who they're tapping is their divine partner. I mean, it could be a karmically divine too, meaning you have a lot of lessons, but usually it's people with higher level connections that I'm tapping for. This card don't usually come out. This is amazing. The person says for Yasmin, it says, I fucked up. Please forgive me. Then the person said, you are just as toxic as me. My God. Then they say, I touch myself when I think about you. I have trust issues. I'm afraid of being hurt. Until you do me right, I don't want to talk to you. I don't even want to hear you speak my name. So, oh, Janice says, it's weird because I was trying to focus on the one for me who I haven't met. It's okay. Creation is complete, but someone I know wouldn't stop popping in my head. And it does make sense with that human being. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my God. Um, Yasmin. Thanks a lot, ma'am. My pleasure, Yasmin. Okay, Farheen. Farheen, are you here? Okay, Firebird. Okay, Firebird, let's see. Once I pass you, I'm not going back. Firebird, let's see. What's the message from the person on your mind? Here we go. Finger biting. Liverpool. Here we go. First message is I want to text you, but I don't know what to say. Message from your person on your mind. I'm thinking about the days we used to be. I'm thinking about the days we used to be. Message from the person on your mind. You are too needy. Nothing I did was ever enough. Message from the person on your mind. I don't give a shit about what other people say. Message from the person on your mind. Kissing you is all I've been thinking about. My goodness. Y'all see how the energy is different? When I did Yasmin's energy, it felt like the person was kind of angry with Yasmin. Or maybe she's the one angry with them. I don't know. But there was an angry energy there. But this is different. Then it says, nothing compares to you. And that's your messages, Firebird. Okay, Firebird. Okay. Let's see what this person got to say, honey. It says, kissing you is all that I've been thinking of. I'm thinking about the days we used to be. I'm so tempted to tap the energy, but I told everyone I'm not tapping. So I got to keep it fair. I want to text you, but I don't know what to say. Nothing compares to you. I don't give a shit about what other people say. And the last one says, you are too needy. Nothing I did was ever enough. Let's see what Firebird had to say about that. Hey, Noku. Okay, 7, Noku. Who else? Hey, JM. JM. Um, Firebird. Firebird, where you at, girl? I say, where you at? Thank you, Divine. My pleasure, my love. Where you at, girl? Where you at? Okay. Anybody else don't need to let me know. I say, where you at, girl? Where you at? Hey. Okay, so JM, I'm just pulling. Oh, Jessica. Jessica, I'm just pulling um love messages, okay? So I'm not tapping the energy, I'm just pulling the cards. You're gonna have to take it how it resonates. So I did Firebird. Stephanie, are you here? Divine, you randomly said Liverpool before. Yeah, when I started to like lean into your energy, I heard Liverpool in my head. Yeah, I did say Liverpool. Okay, Noku, I have you on. I have you on, Noku. Lol, I grew up there. What? Y'all know how my shit work. It's very random. I just hear random shit. Okay? And yes, I gotta be honest, sometimes it makes me second guess myself, like, what they gotta do with anything? What they gotta do with anything? And it's just random stuff just come to your head. So, but you see how energy works. Why didn't I hear Liverpool with the other people who came before you? Y'all see how it works? Okay, I love the synchronicity of energy. Um, I don't know if JM heard me. So JM, I'm not doing questions. Okay. If you post another question, I'm gonna take it that you heard me, but you're just not respecting what I'm saying, and then I'll just remove you. Okay. All right. Because I kind of know how this thing goes. It will be. I thought I misheard you. No, you didn't mishear me. I said Liverpool. I just said it like when I picked up into your energy, I heard Liverpool in my head. So it's like, okay, but I gotta do anything. Okay, sorry, didn't understand. Okay, my love. All right. Hey, Yvette, what's up? Long time. Nutella. There's this girl, listen to me. So, as a clairaudient, right, I'm able to distinguish my thoughts from when I'm hearing things. There's this girl on TikTok, and she claims that she is a, not, I don't want to say claim as if I don't believe her. She says she's a schizophrenic. But I've always believed that schizophrenics, now listen to me, if you're here and you're on medication, I'm not telling you anything about not taking your medication. Babe, do what you got to do for you. But I've always believed that schizophrenics are open spiritually and they have no spiritual boundaries. When I say no spiritual boundaries, for instance, my gift is a soul guide. Y'all know I just do tarot on the side. Okay, I be tapping in the energy and I be trying to figure it out myself. Okay, I don't read the cards like everybody else, so maybe that's why some people feel like, oh, I'm not really reading the cards, but y'all cannot deny how the energy comes through. Okay, like the time when I told you I was tasting um, tomato sauce in my mouth, and I said to the person I was tapping, I said somebody may be Italian because that's the only thing I could associate with tomato sauce, and the person said yes. The person one they're asking me about has an Italian background, so you see how energy works. But when it comes to um, spiritual boundaries, as a soul guide, I've had souls want me to give a message for them. And I would say to them, in my head, in my mind, I would say, no, I'm not a medium. Plus, if you're going to ask me to give a message, because usually the message is just something simple like, tell this person I love them. I will say, if you're going to give me a message, it has to be more specific. Reason being, because a lot of people are doubtful of psychics and spiritual gifts and all that stuff. So it's like, um, you got to give me something more specific. But usually when they ask me, I tell them no because that's my boundaries. I am not a medium. I am a soul guide. I walk souls home. Okay? I don't usually communicate. But I feel like schizophrenics don't have any boundaries, meaning they don't know how to say. And possibly it's because of their belief system, because this girl, she believes she hears things. But the way that she says she hears things is the way that I hear fucking things. But I don't feel schizophrenic. I don't feel crazed. She feels like she's under constant. She's constantly bombarded because, like she says, she talks about. She calls them hallucinations. Like she would be walking and she would hear somebody say, turn left. And so she feels like that's an hallucination, like she's hallucinating, like where did that thought come from? But that's how it works for me. So when I'm being heavily guided, I will hear clear instructions like center yourself or pick that up, something like that. Like for instance, let me give you an example. Um, I there was a day when I was back home and I was heading out, and as I was heading out, now at this point in my journey, I was still waking up to my gifts. The nudges was coming through, but I wasn't tuning in as much as I'm tuning in now. I was going out and there was a black and white book. And as I was opening the door, I heard clear as day, pick that book up. And I was like, for what? What I gotta pick up? This is what I'm saying in my head. What I gotta pick this book up for? Like, what I gotta do anything? I went about my day, and then there was a point where I realized because I needed a book to write down some stuff. And at that point, I realized, oh, that's why. And at that time, I used to say, that's why I would say my mind just told me to pick it up. I was like, oh, that's why I heard clear as day, pick that book up. Okay. Another time, this was still in my waking up process, like around 2018, 2019. I was heading out. It was a beautiful sunny day. And as I was opening the door, I was getting ready to touch the door handle. I heard clear as day, get your umbrella. And I was like, for what? Like literally, I said out my mouth. Now nobody was home with me, but literally I said out loud, for what? Like, why the fuck am I hearing get your umbrella? I jumped in my car, and where I was driving from, it was sunny. When I got to the city, like in the town, it was storming. And I was like, oh, fuck. That's why I heard it. Pick up your umbrella. So you see what I'm saying? Now these days where I'm at, I don't I don't second guess it too much. You feel me? Sometimes I do. That's why I say I don't second guess it too much. Because sometimes when I'm tapping people and I hear like really, really random stuff, I'm like, what that gotta do with anything? But that's how it works for me. So this girl, that's she's hearing things. She's hearing go left, don't do this. But she also has negative things that she hear. Like she said she'll hear sometimes like you're stupid, you're you can't do this or some shit like that. Could that have been her mind? That may have been her mind. But you have different in the non-physical realm, you have different energies, just like in the physical realm. Or okay, let me don't say the non-physical realm. The in between, because I'm a person who's in between. Now, I think the reason why I don't pick up on so much of the negative in between spirits is because of my vibration. Okay, because I stay in a higher vibe. They don't bother me or they don't come to me because like I tell people, I'm not haunted. I've never been haunted. Spirits don't haunt me, but that does not invalidate people who have been haunted. You feel me? Because everything is energy and everything is frequency, everything is vibration. So if you're on a lower vibration and you're open spiritually, you may attract some beings who are in between to fuck with you. Okay? It's my belief that souls or spirits do not transform until they go into the light. Because when you have some souls that pop out their bodies and they stay in between, but they're still in that human energy, meaning they still think like a human. They're not fully integrated into their higher selves, which I believe that's when they go into the light. That's how I see my beings. When I am ushering people home, I see them go into the light. And there's also, I know some of you guys want to know how it works for me. When I'm seeing souls go home, there's always like a gate, but it's not a physical gate. It's like an opening. It's like the most beautiful light I've ever seen. And there's always like beings there waiting for them. That's how I see it in my mind's eye. Always, 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 always beings. I've never ushered a soul home that never had anybody. Now, are these beings their higher self? I don't know, but they're always, I'm telling you guys now exactly how it works for me as a soul guide. When I'm ushering a soul home, first of all, I connect with them here and now. I see them like in my mind's eye, I'm seeing them in this reality, but not fully like how this reality looks, almost like a grayscale type of reality, or the colors are kind of dumbed down. Like if I'm seeing colors in that part of reality or that part of energy, like in my mind's eye, I could see like vivid colors in our everyday life, right? Like if I'm imagining, I could see a red apple, I could see a green apple. But when I'm tapping into spirits that are ready to go home, their plane looks a bit grayish to me. It looks a bit dumbed down, right? Once they tell me yes, they want to go, there is a moment where this opening of light happens. This is all happening in my mind's eye. Listen to me so y'all can understand what's going on. It's like in my mind's eye, there's this opening where there's this brilliant, beautiful light. And there's always these beings standing at the, I call it the gate. And these souls will walk onto these beings. Sometimes they reach out their hand to take them and they wave at me. They usually wave at me. Sometimes I have to literally, in my mind's eye, walk with them up to the light and then wave them goodbye. So that's what I do. Since you guys want to know how a soul guide works, that's how it works. Okay? That's how it works. Remember, everything is the mental plane. Energy is thoughts. We're tapping into the mind. If you think about it, what is the mind? Mind is spirit because we cannot touch our mind. We can touch our head, which houses our brain, but where is the mind? That's your question. You feel me? So that's how um, I usher souls home. All right. The best way I can say to you is in my mind's eye. I don't know if it's not really my mind's eye, but that's the only verbiage that I have to explain to you what's happening. Because somebody here is very curious. I don't know if it's this obsessive person that I've been attracting lately, but somebody is very curious of how it works for me as a soul guide. But I say that to say too about this girl, she's getting random hits daily, but she feels like she's schizophrenic. She's going to a doctor because she's been afraid when she gets these random thoughts and she's making the distinction just like how I'm making the distinction because I know when I'm thinking and I know when I'm hearing random shit. She's making the distinction, but she has been told that she has a mental break, that she's schizophrenic. Now I wish she would start to tune in and start making the correlation between the hits she's getting and actual things that's happening because it's there. She just ain't making the connection. It's a reason why she heard go left. It's a reason. And she, let's say she was walking and she heard go left and she did follow going left. And then later on the news, on that same road she was walking on, there was a major accident in the direction she was heading. She may have seen that on the news, but she may have not made the connection. Somebody like me now, if I was her and I heard go left and I went left, and then later when I'm watching the TV and I heard, oh, on Johnson Road, two cars got in a major collision right beside Denny's. And I was like, hold the fuck on. At 3 p.m., hold on. I would have been close because at 3 p.m., I would have been right by Denny's on Johnson Road. So what the fuck? So you're trying to tell me I was guided away? That's how I would make the connection. But she's not making the connection because she feels she's been convinced that she's something is wrong with her and she's hearing these things clear as day, but she's not connecting the dots. Anywho, I don't know what to say. Why I need to tell you guys that, but I just had to tell you. Anywho, let's go to Stephanie. Let me see what you guys are saying. She needs someone to guide her with her psychic gifts. Yes, she does. Yeah, trusted. Interesting. Have you heard of Michael Talbot? Talbot? He talks on multiple realities and holographic universe. I need to look him up. There are multiple realities. That's what quantum jumping is. But sometimes when I talk about it here, I could feel when I lose people, you have to wake up to the consciousness level to accept certain things. There are multiple realities. I want my higher self to give me the best way to explain it. There are multiple realities because you could quantum jump into a different version of you. Okay. So anyway, just Stephanie, I feel like you'll really enjoy that type of talk. We can talk about it sometimes. Shit. In times past, like years past, in the olden days, they would call people like me the Grim Reaper, which I think that is so fucked up. Because we don't come for souls. We guide you home when you're in between, when you're stuck. Somebody just say, how do souls get stuck? Some beings, like some people, they have no awareness of spirituality. They don't have no awareness that there's a life after this life. They just going through life. Some of them believe in the religion that they were taught. You're going to get judgment. You're going to go to hell, this place, hell. You're going to get heaven. Um, Sometimes when people pass away, they cling to what they know. Okay? They cling. When they walk into the light, they know it all then in that moment. They know it all then in that moment. But when they're in between, they're still clinging. Remember, you have free will. Also, remember, you have a higher self. Your higher self is watching over your journey eternally. Your higher self is never provoked by any decision you make. Your higher self knows how the movie ends. So you could be in between for eons if you want to. Okay? It's all a part of your development. It's no like, oh, you're in between. You think, no, 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 no. Let me share this with you. I was in Boston once and I could see why Boston, it was so much people in between because there's an energy portal there, one, and the people look like they're not leveling up fast enough in their consciousness. They seem to be very slow to change. And I was in my hotel room and on my bed, and my awareness shifted from me being on the bed to like me being out of my body on top of the hotel. And when I looked down the streets, all the streets were full of spirits, like full of old dead people. And some of them were in like, like the Civil War garb, like the old uniform. Some of them looked like they were in the Western times. It was a lot of old garment. And what's interesting is that time when I ended up in Boston, I kept saying, I don't know how I got here. I mean, I know I had to go on there, but it was like, why did I even make a decision to come fucking? It doesn't make no sense. Like, and a lot of times that's how things unfold for me. Like, one day I'll just get up, okay, I gotta go this place. Like, let me use yesterday. So, yesterday I was on a bus, right? There were a series of events that happened, and when they happened, I didn't feel any way about them because I knew something bigger was unfolding. I couldn't tell you what it was, but I sensed it from the thing happened. I sensed it. I was like, okay, something else is happening here. Anywho, I was looking for a particular place to go to. And the first place that I wanted to go to, I changed my mind. And I changed my mind on a whim. It was like, nah, I shouldn't go there. I'm going to feel rushed if I go there at this time. So I decided to go to another spot. And when I got to the spot, things didn't truly pan out as I wanted it to pan out. But I was like, I don't have anything to disrupt my energy for. It is what it is. And then I look at my phone and I saw the time. I was like, oh my God, I gotta go. But as I'm walking out of this place, I felt like I was being carried along. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. It felt like my actions weren't mine. Like, even though I consciously decided to say, I need to leave this place, meaning I need to go because of the time. It felt like I was being ushered along. I got to the bus stop, and as I'm walking across the road to go to the bus stop, it didn't really, nothing dawned on me. And I'm standing at the bus stop. still not aware of my surroundings. And I look left. And when I look left, it's a graveyard. And I was like, oh, fuck. This whole, everything that happened in the last couple of days all happened to lead me to this one very moment in time. My God. Even the time when because you know what? If I had lingered, I may have caught a different bus that took me to a different bus stop. But because of the time that I left, and because of the time where I was trying to get to where I was going, the route that I chose directly took me to that spot. And I was like, oh, hello. I was like, hi, are you ready? Because I know I was there to carry somebody home. It was no coincidence, none whatsoever. I knew in that moment that I was at that graveyard to carry somebody home. And it's nice too when souls realize that when they recognize me, it's nice when I recognize them. When I was in Asia the other day, I stayed in this particular place for a month. And the being that was there with me, I kind of sensed somebody was there, but I wasn't tuning in. And then I was in the shower, and this person was in the shower with me looking at me. And I was like, this is strange. When I recognized that this person was there, it felt strange because I was like, okay, why you gotta come in the shower? Like, hi, how can I help? Even though I know what I'm there for, right? I was like, how can I help? And this person had been there a long time. This person was also attached to the family that owned the hotel or the place where I was staying. Um, this person was also shocked by me because it looks like in their physical life they had never seen a black person before. Um, we didn't get into why they were in between, but I think it's because of their belief system. Okay, because different people have different belief systems. Like I was watching, this is so fucking random how this live is unfolding tonight. I was watching TikTok where this dude goes around and he says to these African people, like, someone has sent me from Africa to destroy you. And he has like this bag with some ash, something that looks like powder or ash. And he would like throw it at them and they would literally run in fucking fear. That comes back to his belief, to their belief system. Because it's a prank. But they are literally running in fear because they do believe that people have the power to throw some ash at you and destroy you, or what the fuck, or chant. Because sometimes he does this chanting, or he does like, lily, lily. Listen, I don't mean to laugh, right? But it goes to show how our belief system plays a role in everything because it's not real. The dude is pranking them, but because, and I'm talking about grown ass men, I'm talking about big ass dudes who could take him down. He does it to women, men. It seems like Africa has a strong belief in people being able to mix up, I guess, elemental magic. So they strongly believe in that, right? Yeah. So it's interesting. I guess I said what I needed to say because, yeah, let me get back to, let me get back to Stephanie, the teacher of love. I mean, I know I am a teacher, but hey, somebody's asking me if I ever feel afraid of spirit. No, I don't feel afraid of spirit. I don't feel afraid. I never feel afraid. I've had spirits hug me in my bed, but they hug me out of comfort, not out of, oh, I come to do you in. Do I believe people can send spirit to you? I think so because you do have low vibrational spirits as well. I've had spirits come to me and say like whoever, and I'm like, go back to them. This is what I usually say to them. Whatever they intend for me, you go right back to them and you give it to them. That's it. Because spirits can't do anything to me. How my shit set up, ain't nothing they could do unless they want to go home. I don't even have to consciously usher somebody home. They could touch me, like touch me energetically and go home. Do you hear me? Hmm. You do have some souls who feel like they need to stay close to their loved ones to guide them, but they're still operating from a 3D perspective because each being is their own divine being. Each soul know why they were coming. They don't have any confusion in their higher selves. Okay? That person who feels like, oh, I gotta stay connected to my family or my loved ones because I gotta. No, 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 no. You're still codependent. You're operating on a 3D system. You're just a system that your family decided to come through or this loved one decided to interact with. You don't decide their journey. You don't. I'm not saying anything is wrong with it, but you thinking that you have to be here for them to be okay is a 3D mentality. They're going to go on whether you're there or not. They do have their own guides, they do have their own higher selves. You feel me? So, yeah. Firebird says, hold on. Firebird says, sometimes I wonder if my guides watch me when I'm having a shower, like hover around when I'm nudie. Of course. There's nothing hidden in the spirit. Can you talk about elemental magic some other time? I want to know more. I always say I'm sending it all back when someone wishes me harm. They do, they watch us all the time. Sure. Elemental magic is just simply people using the elements, using things, bones, mixing up shit, chanting, thinking that, okay, if they do that, they will affect somebody's life. That's all coming from ego because you disagree with how somebody is or whatever. That's all coming from ego. Why don't you just mind your business? Why don't you just mind your goddamn business? Okay, so Stephanie, let me see what your person wants you to know. I've seen that used for love spells too. I refuse to believe it's necessary. Yeah, because if you're gonna, the thing is, if you're gonna do a love spell, you're believing in lack. You don't believe you're enough, and therefore, the unbiased laws of the universe, like the law of attraction, must give you more of your belief. So if you have to trick somebody to love you or force somebody to love you, you say that you don't love yourself, that you're not lovable. So guess what? That person could never love you the way that you want to be loved. They're always going to disappoint you because your energy is that I am a disappointment or I'm disappointed. I'm not good enough. I'm not happy. So the unbiased law of attraction says, oh, you're not happy? Let me give you more things to be not happy about. In the physical realm, we are taught to plead and beg and call the manager and complain, not in the non physical, not in the energetic realm. It's all about resonance and alignment. So if you feel like shit, the law of the universe says, or the law of attraction says, okay, I will give you more things to feel like shit about. You literally have to get happy to be happy. You have to love yourself to be loved. Everything is going to mirror back to you what's going on in you. That's why I told you guys, when people come here and they doubt me, they're mirroring back to me the doubt I have in myself. Because when I'm hearing things randomly and I say, what the fuck that got to do with anything? Whether I say it out loud or in my mind, I'm literally doubting myself. So if I'm doubting myself, somebody else has to come and doubt me because it's a mirror. It's all reflecting back to you. So sometimes the person in your life isn't loving you the way you want to be loved because you struggle with your own self love. Not sometimes, all the time. Like on a twin flame journey, your twin will forever reject you until you stop rejecting yourself. And sometimes we don't want to admit it, and sometimes we don't realize it that we're rejecting ourselves because the emotional work is a lot. Sometimes the emotional work calls for us to go back into our childhood to find the root of where the self doubt, the lack of self love started from. And sometimes it's too much. It's too much to admit that our fathers hurt us, our mothers hurt us, this teacher hurt us, whoever. Because you can't define trauma for anybody. You could come from a home where you're being healthy and people are treating you well. But let's say you go to school and you meet a teacher who just for some reason hates you for your background, who you are, who you're associated with, and they say something mean to you and it lingers. It starts to fester like a sore and it hits you with your confidence and you carry that throughout life. And you're in your adulthood, it plays on you. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes we don't want to face what we need to do because literally this life is all about you. Your life is all about you. My life is all about me. Okay? Even though they teach us different, they tell us not to be self centered because it's selfish. I don't call it selfish to focus on yourself, it's self full because you need to be full in order to make a true impact on this world and in order to receive exactly what you want. Personally, I know where my blockages are. I know where they are. And I know that I have work to do as well, like everybody else. Some things I put on the back burner, like, okay, I'll deal with it tomorrow, and tomorrow will turn into tomorrow. No, 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 no. You hear me? Okay? Um, I don't doubt you at all, love. No, 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 Yvette. Some people do. Some people come here and they do, but it is what it is. I found that people with seemingly happy lives have those traumas too. Yes! Remember, life is like the thing about life, we're all going through our weightlifting, emotional weightlifting sessions. Let me put it that way. You know how it hurts when you lift weights? You ever been to the gym and lift weights? Baby, that shit hurt, especially when you're not conditioned. It's like life is like exercising a muscle, like trying to build a muscle. You can feel pain throughout this freaking journey. You can feel pain. You can get trauma. But it's through the trauma that we go through leveling up. We see things from a different perspective. We get clarity. You feel me? You ever notice how some children who had a very easy life tend to be some of the shittiest people in life? They didn't have much bad things happen to them, but they tend to be shitty human beings. Not all the time, sometimes. Because even in their cases, we may think not bad things aren't happening to them because they have like the comforts of life, but sometimes they're emotionally starved, and that's bad. I'm watching this movie with this girl. She's like the it girl of the school, and then you have the other girl who is like the emo. But the emo girl, she has everything that the it girl wants. The it girl has all the materialistic things, so she can go to the spa because of her family's wealth. She can go to the spa, get her hair and nails done. She can look the part, but she's literally growing herself. Her parents, they travel the world. They don't give a fuck about her. They don't know if what time she gets home. They don't check on her. They outsource that part of their parenting. So she could get somebody, they could send a car to pick her up, but it ain't nothing nicer than your mom or your dad coming to get you. You know, she comes home, she's there in the house by herself. There's no warmth in her house. She has all the decorative stuff. She can go and shop till she dropped, but there's no emotional warmth anywhere. And she was lonely. Whereas the emo girl, she's getting all of that. And she thinks her parents are too much because they care about her. They're tuned into what's going on with her. They want to know what she thinks is, oh, it's too much. It wasn't until her and this other girl connected that she realized that she had the true wealth. She was the one who was way more balanced, not the one who seemed balanced. And the system we live in conditioned us to look at the outer appearance. And I see them working overtime because you know what? We've gone through periods where we stop really truly focusing on what people look like and what they have. But I notice that every time we get there, where we start to look at the people's character and their feel and their energy, every time we get there, they shift. They shift the system back to everything being focused on the outer appearance again. Everything being focused on the material again because it keeps you in lower vibration. It keeps us disconnected. You feel me? When you keep us disconnected, whoever is doing it, they have the power. You feel me? Hmm. At the gym, at least. Yeah, I've been around those. Anywho, let's see. Let me finally get to Stephanie. Stephanie, what your person want to say to you? The lie went a different. The lie went left tonight. What your person want to say? 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 Teach me how to love. Show me how to surrender my heart. What your person want to say? You are just as toxic as me. What your person want to say? I don't know why the card makes me laugh. What your person want to say? Do you still think about us? What your person want to say? Our breakup feels fresh even though it's been years. What your person want to say? What your person want to say? You are bipolar. Being with you is draining. My God. And the final one says, I'm denying my feelings for you. Sorry, Stephanie. Oh my God. Uh-huh. I'm sorry. It says, I'm denying my feelings for you. You are bipolar. Being with you is draining. Our breakup feels fresh even though it's been years. You are just as toxic as me. And do you still think about us? How much is that? And the last one says, teach me how to love. Show me how to surrender my heart. Okay, but Stephanie says, sounds like a past person wanted to come out. Oh my God, indeed. That went south. Not them calling you bipolar, but they're all over this place, Stephanie. Right, no cool? I'm all over my access. Okay, so somebody keep asking me about how I see spirit. I don't see, like I always use this movie. You know the movie Sixth Sense? When he was a super clairvoyant. So he saw spirit as if he was looking at people. I don't see them that way. I see them in like energy form, spirit form. When a spirit is beside me and I look left, I don't, okay, so somebody gotta be near. Hello. I keep saying I look left. Hi, whoever you are. Um, when I look left, I don't see a human, or I mean a person standing in front of me, but I could feel them. Also, I could hear when spirit is talking to me. You're saying, what am I saying now? Why are you here? This spirit is saying to me, they're fascinated by me. They're telling me they're not ready to go home though. That's interesting. So I said to them, I said in my mind, I said, so you enjoy being in between. They're like, nah. It feels like a man. Like, nah, like whatever's clever. It's not a biggie. They said to me, I'm one of the clearest they've ever met. I mean, of course, I'm a soul guide. I would think my energy has to be clear to do what I do, right? What's so interesting about me? I'm different. Okay. Yeah, I found that funny. This person said to me, boo. So what they did was this person like contort their face to make it look grotesque, and then they said to me, boo. And I found it funny. So maybe people, let's say you're somebody who's kind of tapped in and you could experience spirit like this. Maybe the people who are haunted, what's happening is that they're tapped in, but it's frightening them. Because if you see a grotesque face in your head, maybe it would frighten you. I don't know. I say in my head because it's the best way I can put it. I don't know how to say it other than that. The spirit have a very casual. It's a man. He's very casual and debonair. Very debonair. I can't tell his race though. I can't like see his face. But he's very casual. Now he's lounging on my bed. He just feels like he want to hang around me. I said to him, if you hang around me, you're gonna go home. So he's like, oh, okay. It's very nonchalant. I wonder if he's connected to somebody here. Mm. I heard the name Paul in my head. Paul, Pauline, Paulette. I know. I just heard I'm too old for that. It don't matter if you're too old for that. It could be one of your family, somebody from your family lineage. This person is old, like from the shipyards old. Like old, like because I'm seeing like old shipyards, cobblestone old. He said he didn't really have any children that he knew of, but he was like a rake or something like that. This person died a long time ago. Mm, okay. He was white. No, he was white. Probably from the Victorian age or Victorian era when they wore. Because I'm seeing somebody in my head wearing like the frilly shirts. Yeah, he was more so like a fuck boy type of energy. He fucked around. Yeah, that's what we call it these days, fuck boys. Would you call it in your time a rake? He just enjoyed. He was very nonchalant, like very live by the day type of person. He was really handsome too. Possibly a redhead or a blonde. Just love to fuck. Love dick down a different woman every day if he could. I just heard those were some good times. It feel like somebody clubbed me in the back of my head. Like that's how I passed. Like so maybe that's how he passed. He said, yeah, that's how it was. I say I was one day I was fine. I was walking through the streets, and the next day I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? But my question is, why didn't you go home? Didn't you see the light? He's telling me no, he didn't have any light experience. He just was out of his body. I asked him what has he done throughout this time, and he's saying he just watched time pass or watched changes happen. But there's a level of sadness that's coming through. It's almost like he's shocked that I'm feeling that. Like the rake personality was like a facade. Somebody in this chat got to be attached to him. I don't feel like I don't know because I was here all this time where I'm at, and I've never felt him before. It got to be some sort of illegitimate, what you call it, bastard child or illegitimate, whatever the word is, child. Because he says that he didn't have any children, not what he knows of, because he was literally a fuck boy, like he was just fucking. Somebody hit him in the back of his head, and that's how he passed. He was just dipping along, going along. Probably it was night when it happened too. Probably was about to. It was night. It was foggy. It was like he probably was getting ready to go. I don't know, gamble, fuck, something. Because he just is that type of people or type of person who just he just was living his life. He didn't give a fuck. He's like, why should I? And he was fine as fuck though. He was good looking, tall, slender built, flat stomach. I don't know, Marchetti, Marcel, Di Marcel. So maybe he was from France, Di Marcel. I don't know why he's coming through so strongly. I feel like somebody in this chat he's connected to. He don't really care about going into the light. I don't know what it is. He just like he don't care. He's like, yeah, that was clever. I ask him what he's doing as he's in between. He just says watching time pass. But I feel like he's doing more than that because he has like a mischievous energy or mischievous energy. Someone's name could be Anya or Anna. I feel like he fucked with people. I also feel like he lingers around people who enjoys debauchery. Is that the word? Like he feeds you feed off people's energy, don't you? Like he feeds off like if you're an alcoholic or a drug addict or a gambler, he says he don't feed off them. They just give it up like they're easy to link to or something like that. Every time I tap into like his rough side, his face transforms, like it turns grotesque. Whenever I'm not tapping into that, he seems very handsome. Very, very handsome. And still lounging on my bed, still like, whatever. He's not what he seemed. And he doesn't want me to delve into that part of him. Like, there's a sadness to him that he didn't want people to know about. So that whole like a Casanova, the lover boy was a facade. He literally is getting ready to leave me because he doesn't want me to tap into that part of him. Mm. He keeps showing me like being in a very debonair, like a very nonchalant pose, like he's laying on the bed with his leg up, one leg cocked, him eating an apple in his white shirt. You know, the light is shining on him, he looks good. But every time I feel deeper, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like when I feel deeper. Like he doesn't want me to see him like in his true form or his true nature or how he truly felt about himself. It seemed like the whole debonair was like a, maybe his name has something to do with D because I keep saying debonair. I don't know. Debonair. If somebody is French here, this may be your ancestor. Like debonair. Maybe your French name has like a debonair, debonair, debonair. I don't fucking know. Decili. Somebody who could be a publisher. I don't know. Maybe publish books, or poetry, or something. Oh, I don't guess. I guess now you know where I'm at. Maybe that's why you came through. Maybe you are ready. I don't know. You claim you ain't ready, but now you know where I'm at. If you want to come find me, you can just come. He likes the fact that he can just think of a place and then be there instantly. That's how energy works. I said, were you into men? He said, no, men were into me. Could have had. Okay. Listen, he has a very charming personality. If you meet this, if he was in the physical right now in this life, if you meet him, it would be hard for you not to be intrigued by him. He's very charming, very make you blush, even when you know you shouldn't blush. Somebody else is tuning in the chat, and I heard because he's a trickster. Somebody else is tuning into this. So this person who's tuning in into the chat thinks this person that I'm connecting with is a trickster spirit. Something about the color purple. The color purple is the color of spirit. He wants to know if I know who killed him. I don't know. But I know somebody did hit me in the back of my head, meaning him. Somebody did club his ass on the back of his head. That's how he passed. I don't feel like where he's showing me is from the. It almost feels like you ever see those movies where you're at an English, like an English port? That's where he's showing me like he was walking on some cobblestone. It's like the Victorian era. Like he has on like it seems foggy or cold. There's no snow, but the roads seem wet. And somebody walk up behind him and hit him in his head. Now I see him like laying on the ground. it don't feel like he died right away. It was like, or he was hit, he passed out, and then I don't know, like maybe he froze. I don't know, but when he woke up or when he came to, he was dead because he was outside of his physical body. So that's what he meant. He feel like he was just hit on his head and then he was just out his body or something like that. I feel like I need to tap this energy more. Hold on. Divine Favor said I sent down it. Okay, Divine Favor, hold on. Yo, I don't know if somebody here is either, let me tell you what I'm picking up on. Is either somebody here, you're a descendant of this person that I'm channeling, or you are a descendant of the person who killed him. And if you're the descendant of the person who killed him, you about to get, your family is about to go through some major exposure because it feels like the person who killed him have like a lineage of corruption. Uh-huh. Gymnasium, maybe somebody is into gym. I don't know, gymnasium, but I not doing anything. Maybe that's why he's lingering. Yeah, you see how this man is lying down. Look at this. I pick up the deck and show. This is a woman. Whoever that I'm channeling him for, is it? Let me see. I feel like your family, I feel like you could be the family member of the person who killed this man. Yes, that's it. So maybe he's been lingering because he's been waiting for justice. When I tune into his energy, he gives me like a shrug, like meh, and I keep seeing eat like eating some apple or something, like meh, like meh. I don't know if that's why I'm still here. Okay, so this is the message I have to deliver. There is a man who I'm channeling his energy. I don't know if he's from the 1700 or the 1800, but he's from the Victorian era, it seems, based on his garb. He was killed by your family member, whoever this is in this chat. You are about, your time has come. Not your time, whoever is in the chat, not you, or not you meaning you did something. Your family lineage is in corruption. Okay? He is not the only person that y'all have offed throughout the ages. Okay? But your time, your family, your time, your judgment has been called. Tell me, but is this person in the chat like their family members? Are they like the family members? No. Oh, you came to stop them. You're not like your family members. See, this is unhappiness. You don't like the way that they are. You don't like that they're corrupt. You may not even want people to be associated or know that you're associated with them. This could be somebody who um, is here or is a no. It got to be somebody here. Your family is about to go through a major exposure. I'm trying to give you as much hits as I can so you can get yourself. Somebody could be a pilot. Because I'm hearing in my head, the plane land. Yes, the plane land. £100 a Cali, tell me where them get it from. The plane land. Yes, the plane land. Saggle up myself and take interrogation. So your family could be about to be interrogated. Um, Somebody in your family could be a pilot. Search them, I search for Taliban. Search for Taliban. You came as a soul to stop your family. These souls in your family, they are some dark beings. It seems like they veil themselves so heavily when they come in as a soul and they buy fully into the 3D reality. They love doing that. They love all the tangibleness of the 3D. So they love drama, gossip, lies. They enjoy those energy. But you're not like that. You came in like to rescue them as a soul or souls, but also to bring them to their end. That's why this man is coming through. Kipper. Hey, Louis or Louise. Power. Maybe your family has some sort of power. You could see too, you're a seer. Maybe they ostracized you, maybe they always thought you were weird or you're the black sheep or something. But this is a soul mission. Cleveland. Somebody could be an Aries. Because I'm seeing the Emperor in my head. There could be homosexuality in your family as well. What would you do for a Klondike bar? I think a Klondike bar was an ice cream back in the day. Maybe y'all like ice cream or y'all manufacture. I feel like your family has some sort of power or something to do with the ports. Maybe your family was into shipping. This being ain't passed on because he don't feel like he got justice. That's why he ain't going. Jesus. It's a century old takedown. But what's sad is that it's not only him that your family has done this to. Because your family have some sort of power. I don't know what it is. The power type of power where they can get their hands dirty without literally getting their hands dirty. They can put on a hit on somebody. Because I don't feel like the man who hit him in his head is the real perpetrator. Because the type of power I'm picking up on, it ain't like I feel like the man who hit him don't have that type of power. So it's either two families are going, maybe it's both. Maybe it's the one who did the hitting and the person behind the scenes. Because when I said the person behind the scenes, in my head, I saw like a stage with like a um, blue velvet curtain, and somebody with like shiny eyes step back into the shadows. Oh, I'm getting chills. Fuck, I'm getting goosebumps. I feel like that's a representation of saying that this person is sinister. I don't operate on this level of low vibration. I don't never delve in. I don't get these type of people. Like, what is it about this low vibration that you enjoy? Lambkin. Lambkin borrow. Fred. Mauritius. 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 Morocco. Morocco. It's weird because I'm seeing myself I don't know. The place that I'm seeing myself isn't, I don't know if it's in Italy. It's a very wealthy place. And people go there to kind of stunt or show off their wealth. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I don't know what that place is called. I think it has an M name. Morocco, Mauritius. It's like a lot of rich people like to be there. Everybody get yachts. Everybody get the latest cars. You know, everybody in shape. Everybody wearing the latest Gucci, Louis. Everybody just. It's kind of empty. It's kind of shallow, but that's what it's all about. It's not Milan. Somebody help me out. What is that place called? It's a place where a lot of people, like rich people, go. Mm, but I don't know why that's important. But it's like they're pressuring me to say something about that place. Anywho, let me come on the energy. I just heard they owe me that. Somebody here, your family is about to go down. Your family is about to go down. This is going to be some like global exposure or something. You have ties to some very powerful people, but you're not like them. Mm-mm. You're more like a hermit. You're more introverted, or you try to stay to yourself. You watch them. This could even be like you don't even know how powerful your lineage is. Like you may not know. Like let's say for instance you just think, oh, I'm just a regular dagler American, a regular dagler, British or whatever. Like you don't know. It could be one out of the two. You could not know how powerfully tied you are, and you're one of the souls who came to end these people, like to stop them, because this is like diabolical corruption. No regard of anybody. These people just do whatever they please. They've never been held accountable, not till now. You don't acknowledge them the way they want to be acknowledged, they off you. They block you, they block your business, they stop opportunities, they dim your shine, they buy out. I mean, this is where people would pay off somebody to not to marry their family member. Like, hey, they will ruin the people in their lives just for control and power. And say you meet one of the sons and they're like, oh, I'll give you $10 million to leave him alone. And they got it like that. Because there's something about ships and ports. Could be imports. Could have like publishers. It could also have some sort of tie to French. Monaco. That's the fucking name of the place. Monaco. Something about sunny. Anywho, let me get back in the chat. Okay, that was enough. Yeah. Let me get back in the chat. Um, Not I'm calling you, but okay, right now. My guys are always playing in my face. They appear at the corner of my eye. When I turn, there's nothing. I send it down the shit. That sounds rough. Does Barath loves me? No contact, reunion chances. Um, Giles, I could add you to the list. When you say you love me, then put me in Chanel. Okay, let me get to. Let me see what Divine Favorite says. What do you have to say to Divine Favorite in regards to the words that you imparted? I heard imparted. There's a song that says, Ancient words, pure and true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts. Oh, let the ancient words impart. If you say you love me, then put me in Chanel. What do you want her to know about what? We have the page of water, we have the release, and we have the page of earth. The page of earth is talking about schooling somebody. Yeah, you schooled him. Okay? You schooled him. By the way, on a side note, you're going to get some good news about a financial matter. Okay? It could also be good news about something that's been challenging for you, something attached to like studies or schooling or something. Um, you helped him release something with the release card. You yourself are going through a mighty spiritual transformation. Okay? There is something that you need to move on from. Spirit is saying it's time for you to move on. Yes, honey, get ready for this financial blessing. Your financial blessing or your financial energy is shifted. The wheel is turning into your favor. You have the fucking wheel. Do you hear me? Three of Wands is opportunities coming in, blessings coming in, good news coming in, abundance coming in. Spirit is so happy that you are opening. I just heard my daughter, you listen. So you are open to listening. Um, Pay attention to dragons, dragonflies, words. You hear somebody talking about a dragon, something about a dragon. A dragon could be like a sign, okay? Blessings are about to erupt in your life like a volcano. Why they would connect it to a volcano? Because a volcano to me isn't something that's amazing. But blessings are about to erupt. All right? You're going to be receiving offers because you were obedient. There's also an ending to a phase that you've been going through. The spirit is saying it's time for you to move on. You're being rewarded. The Queen of Water says relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. I feel like it's because you care for yourself and others that the universe is blessing you the way that you're about to be blessed. All right? That's what I'm getting. I know sometimes you want me to delve deeper, but remember these are mini reads, babe. I can feel like you want me to go deeper or more or something. I don't know why I'm seeing a head wrap. What I gotta do with anything? A head wrap. Here I am saying the same thing again. What I gotta do with anything? I don't know if you decided you're gonna wrap your hair, or that's something important to you in your spirituality, wrapping your head. Come on with the blessings. I am in the spirit of receiving. Yes, ma'am. I feel like it was hard, but it was needed. Come on, God. Hello. Hello. Give me your next question. If you say you love me, then put me in Chanel. Uh-uh. Put me in Chanel. Uh-uh. Oh, okay. All right. And I told him because of his transformation and my attachment, he is being pushed to alignment. Okay. All right. What do you need to know regarding this transformation? Give us your intake on this transformation for this connection. We have the Ace of Cups. Yo, girl. Oh my goodness. Tell me what you need to know about this transformation for this connection. We have the Six of Cups. My God. Healing. Major healing is happening here. We have the Eight of Waters. Eight of Cups, all healing, all emotions. Clarify the Ace of Cups. The Knight of Earth. We have the Page of Wands. And then we have the Moon and Balance. Okay. Temperance. Girl, the Ace of Cups, falling in love. There's a buckling down that's happening. Spirit is guiding this person to buckle down and get the job done. And I feel like the job entails you two being together or you two being in a partnership. Okay? This person can even feel like they are more connected to their guides or their angels. I feel the word angel stronger than guides when they're around you. This person finds you to be loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Spirit is guiding this person to transform so that you and them could experience something very emotionally fulfilling with the Six of Waters. But the issue here is this person needs to do some healing that relates to their childhood. I feel like you've also had to release some stuff as it relates to your childhood or your past because I feel like, look at this. Can you see this? You see, there's two children in this water. The girl, mermaid, hands are up like she's released something, but the boy, his head is down, his hands are down. He's defeated. So he hasn't done the work as yet, and he has to do it. And I feel like The transformation is spirit guiding him to do the work. Eight of Waters. Yeah, he's walking away from this hidden energy, this moon energy, hiding shit, not stepping up, the things that's behind the scene. He's releasing them. He's also releasing a lot of fears because this is his fears that's holding him back. Yeah, this connection is bringing about a lot of balance, not for you only, or not for him only, but for you as well. Let me look at something else from a different perspective. How this connection is transforming you. Five of Wands, Seven of Waters, and the Chariot. How it's transforming him. The Ace of Earth. Release, yeah. Release and ego. It's really shifting him out of his ego and into a more spiritual place. But it's also teaching you that there is no competition in love. It's also teaching you that when you're not being chosen, you should walk away. Because we have Five of Wands that speaks to competition. We have Seven of Water that speaks to options. Okay. Making things complicated. All right. Procrastinating, somebody taking a long time to get stuff done. The Chariot that says, it's time to move the fuck on. Okay. The Chariot says, if you don't recognize me publicly, if you don't realize what I am to you, then I have to move on. You're being transformed in the sense of learning how to let things go, letting people go and move on. Isn't that interesting? Because your person has the same issue. Your person don't like to let people go either on a grander scale, on a bigger scale. Okay? They're being transformed into letting their ego go. And I'm tasting earth in my mouth. I don't know what I got to do with anything. Earth, dirt. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, my love. That's what I have for you, my love. Let me see what you're saying. That's what I told them about their childhood. Oh, it is. It is teaching me that. That's what I told them about their childhood. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. Did I read Noku? Noku, are you here? Shit. Noku. What? What? And now? Why does it keep when I write? But you know what's strange is it doesn't. You know how when you're writing and when you're writing and it autocorrects, like let's say you write fucking and it changes to ducking, right? It's not changing it only when I post it. YouTube and the AI is getting ridiculous. When I post it, it will say Noku and then it will change to and now. Hmm, interesting. You know what's also interesting? When I changed the name of my channel, they said that this name wasn't available. The name was White Light. And I was like, what the big deal about the name White Light? They was like, this name is not available. And that's how come I had to change it from just a regular light to L.I.G.H.T. I'm like, what the fuck? Why isn't that name not available? Okay, Noku, let's get a message from the person on your mind. Love messages for Noku. Here we go. And it's saying that I only have like 2 people in the chat. Here we go. I'm emotionally unavailable. Let's see. I can be the man you need me to be. I know we are just friends, but I'm secretly in love with you. For Noku, we have I leave you on red because I want you to chase me. For Noku. For Noku. I don't need a reason to be happy when I'm with you. Since I met you, my whole life has changed. Mm. Is this from a person currently, or this is from your future person? Is this from somebody? Because I don't know. It feels like you're channeling the person that you're gonna meet. No clue. It says I don't need a reason to be happy when I'm with you. I can be the man you need me to be. I am emotionally unavailable. Since I met you, my whole life has changed. I leave you on red because I want you to chase me. I know we are just friends, but I'm secretly in love with you. Ooh. I said, ooh. No clue. There is a guy I just started speaking to. Maybe it's him. Okay, okay. No clue. Okay. Oh, did I add Yvette? JM, are you here? Because sometimes he takes forever to respond, and I left his message undelivered since Sunday because I don't play that. Oh, now what do you consider forever? What do you consider forever to respond? Now, if it's days that he's taking to respond, I don't think he's that invested. If he's taking days, I'm not talking about he's to work and he's busy and then he responds later on. No, if he's taking days to respond, that dude ain't invested. But you gotta put me in Chanel. If you say you love me, that. Like over 12 hours, I sent him a message on Saturday night and he only responded on Sunday night. No, no, babe. No, mm-mm. He ain't that interested. He's not. And is somebody you knew that you're talking to, like he knows there's a romantic interest, or it's just like a friendship casual thing? Like, no way, Jose. The fuck? He knows I have a thing for him. Okay, well, it's time to develop a thing for somebody else because he ain't interested. It's either that or he playing games. And you don't want either. You don't want a man who's gonna play with you. You feel me? You don't want that. I left it like that. Exactly. The fuck? So maybe that's why that I left you on red. Isn't that amazing how the energy works though? Do you see how big this fucking deck is? It says I left you on red because I want you to chase me. Y'all see how big this deck is, right? Okay. I feel like I need to redo these cards. Give me some new cards and just rewrite them. But you gotta put me in Chanel. Is JM here? JM. Maybe get like blank cards and have the same texture as tarot decks. Then rewrite the messages there. Maybe they'll be easy to shuffle. Yeah, I'm thinking about that too. I'm thinking about that, Noku. But you gotta. Okay, no JM. What about Yvette? What the actual hell? I love being here. Good night. Thank you for being here as well, Noku. Yvette. You see what I'm talking about? This is strange. Okay. Anywho, I know it's late, so I'm gonna head out, guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Night, my love. See you tomorrow. Bye.